2:38 here on the Dave Ellswick Show. Now, wait a second, Congressman. You're talking about cell phones. We were talking about that. Do you realize now that you don't get just a cell phone? You get free.
Camera.
You get texting and you get a camera.
Yeah,
pictures now.
There was a great news piece done on this, and the problem is, and for Ed, you may not know about this, and some members of Congress hadn't heard of this, but there are kiosks in convenience stores.
Yeah.
There are newspaper ads.
Yep.
There are television ads.
There's mailers.
If you get one of 10 different government assistants, if you're part of one of those programs, you get a free cell phone.
Why?
And because the government buys them for you, and you
need a phone. I mean, you can't talk. You can't get a job unless you have a phone.
Here's the thing. This started with the Lifeline program that years ago was put into place to make sure that the truly needy had a home phone for emergencies or whatever. But a few years ago, that was expanded where a home phone is not enough. It's expanded to cell phones. And the abuse with this program, here's what happens. There's a line on your cell phone bill, Universal Service Fund. You can find it. It's a tax.
Yeah.
Okay? I pay it, you pay it, everybody pays it. Some of that money is used to subsidize the work of a lot of private businesses, which is a corporate welfare deal, okay? And so that these companies can give away free cell phones. Now, we've had stories here in Arkansas of my constituents who call me or get in touch with me and they say, my dad parent got a free cell phone in the mail, never requested it, got one. Because every time a company can just get one of these off their hands, they get a credit or subsidy or whatever. So I have other people telling me, hey, I've got 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Baltimore, a station in Baltimore came down and interviewed me, and we've got the video on my website on griffin.house.gov. And people were saying, hey, I got 30, I got 40 at home. And they're not cheap ones. They're iPhones, they're Blackberries, and here's the thing. Normally with a program like this, people will say, it's bad, it's waste, but we're not going to save that much if we pay attention to this and spend time on this. But here's the deal. That's no longer true. This program has grown to over $1 billion with a B, $1 billion a year in free cell phones through this program. So I introduced a bill, and I wanted to keep it simple so we had a good chance of actually doing something. You can make a stand or you can make a difference, and I'm trying.
Right.
This is one where we want to actually get it passed. So I said, look, let's not get too complicated. Let's just take it back to the landlines only, because there's not a big push for those. Folks really need them. Let them get them, so they can call the hospital or whatever. Call for job interviews, whatever. But let's kill the cell phone part of it. And I'm still in the process of getting co-sponsors. But this is $1 billion of low-hanging fruit. I went in a convenience store in Little Rock, and there was a kiosk, a little ATM-looking machine that says, free government wireless. Mm-hmm. You go and you push the electronic deal, and you key your address in or whatever, and you get one in the mail.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
And I spent
free. I'm sorry, but
yeah, go ahead.
Free, but costing us $1 billion.
Right.
Glenn Gallis and I, we got to find a state rep or state senator to carry the water for us. But we want a bill that you can't say free. You must say government. Or not government, citizen funded,
Taxpayer provided.
Yeah,
you mean on the ads or
yes,
on
the taxpayer funded, so that people know it's your money they're using to do this. Because people see free, they don't have a clue.
Well, the FCC ought to require that if they're going to give these companies money, they ought to. I mean, they put in print that I can't read. It's so small.
It's like the car ads.
Yeah. These are paid for by you. These are paid for by you. This is your taxpayer money. This money is being wasted, but you did not hear this ad.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.